Bang, 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 baby. We back. It's your boy, OK Bet, aka K Trades, bro. We back with it. Had some bangers today, man. We went live today. We made crazy bankroll to Thug. All right, so we made crazy bankroll. So today, we're gonna go over this little recap real quick. And then, yeah, so we got tomorrow. So, yeah, as you can see, we have new all-time highs, man. So, SPY has officially hit all-time highs. We had that, remember that weekly support resistance that we talked about yesterday. What did we talk about yesterday? Go back in the video, go back and see exactly what I said. So the first thing I talked about, as far as, if we had the gap up scenario, would be to watch for what? The gap close. Remember I said watch previous day's close was going to be your main key confirmation, right? So day opened up, right? First thing we did, boom, close the gap. Instantly close the gap, right? So instantly close the gaps, boom, we break out. You get the first retest, you get the official retest, right? Second retest, breakout over this, breakout retest, super simple, right? We made it super simple. Like I said, if you want to go back and obviously recap every exact trade we took on the live, it's already in the playlist. So we're not going to spend too much time on that because it was simple day, right? We talked about how you cannot short unless you break the selling channels, right? And we never did, right? We identified each channel, right? We identified the channels. Boom, swept it. What do we want? We took out the highs. Our target hit. What do? We broke out again. Retested again. Broke out, retest, broke out, retest, broke out, retest, right? So today was a very simple day. It wasn't too much going on as far as like having to figure out, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's crazy because we had 700 2DT calls today, but I ended up, I got trail stopped out. So, which is fine. Like I said, we still banked crazy. We hit like I dropped it on the community too. If you go to the YouTube community, you can see how much we made. 160%, 130%, 200%. I'm talking about just bank call outs. I literally, it's crazy. I literally said, this is where you, right before I got off live, I was like, hey, the bottom of that channel, this is going to be literally right here. This is the one I used. It's my YouTube channel. I mean, my YouTube chart. So I literally, right here, we talked about this on the live. I said, this is mind you, this is the second or third time we've done this exact move in the past couple of days, right? How I talk about, how I talk about the bull traps, right? I mean, the bear traps. You're continuing up. What do? Boom, you sweep one of the lows. You trap below, squeeze to the highs. What do? Continue up, sweep the lows, trap, squeeze to the highs, right? So we did this multiple times, but this was the absolute best entry where we got the 698 calls, and we ended up taking it all the way to, I think it was, I got out way before this, but I took it at the high of day because, that was our target. So we're only playing level to level, right? You don't want to get greedy. Obviously, these crazy squeeze moves are happening, but you still don't want to get greedy, right? That builds bad, bad repetition, kind of builds bad behavior. You don't want to just tell your brain, oh, it's going to go to 100% every time, right? We're blessed that these are going to 100, 200, 300, you know what I'm saying, doing these crazy numbers, but this is not an all-time thing, right? This doesn't happen all the time. And another thing, too, to mention that the S&P has not made 12 consecutive days green since 2010. 2010 is the last time we've had this many green days in a row. So, yeah, this is crazy, man. We're trading in history right now. So, what do we do now? What are we doing? We hit all-time high. Where do we go? We don't have no levels, right? So, this is what you do, right? Bear with me. So, first things first, of course, right? We already have our channels that are inside of, we already have our algorithms, our buying algos. So, if this continues to hold, right, let's say we gap up again, what are we going to look for? A gap close. This will be support around 699.50 to 700. If we hold that, get back above, breakout, retest, squeeze higher. Right now, where we go higher, who knows? But we're gonna have to see. So this is probably the best way I could say we could try to figure out what our next target would be. Would be a simple fib, right? Let's do like a all-time high here, and then flip it. Hold on, one second. Where's the, there you go. All right, 717 long term would be a daily target, right? So this is what we do. We still got this buying channel, right? We're still inside the buying channel. We have not broken. Remember, we said we cannot short until we break this buying channel. So continue. So as long as we're still in it, right, we still have either all the way up to the top of this, which is around 708, or we could come back down into this breakout retest zone. And if we do have a red day tomorrow, this obviously would be one of the best places to buy calls. 696, 694 all the way down to 692, right? So remember 30-minute candle closures, breakout retests. Make sure you confirm those type of things, because that's going to be the main thing that we look to watch out for. So yeah, really, man, just going to be definitely gonna be a lot patient. I kind of hope we do gap down a little bit, just so we can have another level to break out entry. Because if we keep gapping up, bro, yeah, we keep gapping up, this is gonna be some crazy stuff. But like I said, we're still gonna always know, we're always gonna know our main targets. I mean, our main key levels: previous day's high, previous day close, right? So they're gonna be the main ones if we gap up, right? If we gap up, we're gonna have to hold those, right? And then if we take off from there. If we don't, like I said, we already have our levels below that, right? We're actually going to have to update this chart, the main 30-minute trading chart. Yeah, today was crazy, man, right off that. Look at it, man, right into the support. We literally called that whole move on live. But, yeah, so we're now at the 700. Like I said, if we continue up, hey, it is what it is. Let it ride. Obviously, wait for 30-minute continuation breakout retest. You're going to have to trim into profit because we are so high up. So, that's what I'm saying. We're not going to know exactly where to, where we're gonna go. You just gotta let it play out. And if it's okay, sometimes you gotta sit out, let the market kind of digest. It's okay. But as far as coming back down, like I said, we do have 698, 697. 697 to 695.25. So in this range is kind of where we always sell off from, right? So see, this is where we are now, 700. Oof, about to die. I always do this when I'm about to die. So anyway, yeah, we come down. Let's say we don't hold here. Right, next level, 697. We don't hold here. We have to hold the 694.5. Right, anything under 694, we might be into that, pull back territory. My fault. But yeah, let's look at this again. Hold on, zoom out. Look at the channels. Right, so we're already so high up. We're already super extended, but we're still inside this channel, right? We just hit the top of it, right? And then we broke out of it. So like I said, if we do come back and hold this channel around the same level, 698, well, it'll be around here, probably around tomorrow morning. So we're over here anywhere, hold this, breakout retest, maybe get like a little inverse head and shoulder underneath this, something that holds, right? Kind of the same thing we did today, right? Something that just holds the levels, breakout retest, right? Something simple like that. So if we can continue to get that, just watch for, those every maybe like dollar or so, just kind of put a little a marker on here, and then we'll see how it plays along. And I'm gonna go live tomorrow too, so we can trade at all-time highs and still make bankroll. So even with no levels, we'll still figure it out, right? But like I said, if we do come back down, we already know our below levels: 698, 696, 695, and yeah, anything below 692, you can get a nice little decent pullback. But yeah, make sure you're looking at your hourly closes, your candle closes, all your higher time frame. Be patient. Know your levels. Watch for the bear traps, right? Because the market is just not showing any real sign of slowing down right now. So it is what it is. We thought it was going to stop at 690. It's at 700. So don't fight it. Just be like water. Roll with the tide, right? I've seen a lot of people on Twitter today blowing accounts, liquidation, all this. Why? Because they refuse to let the charts play out. This isn't for us to decide. We don't get to make this. I don't get to be like, I want the chart to go to this. No, it may seem like it because I'm good at calling stuff out, but it's because I'm watching what the charts are telling me, right? I'm not just guessing. I'm taking clues based upon what it's giving. Hey, we did this, we broke out, we held this level. This is the target from last time, right? So now that we've done that, we've cleared our levels. We're just going to continue to make more, right? We're already going to set a level here, new level, bang, right here. That simple, right? So going into tomorrow, we'll use that as level as well. Go ahead and throw that in our lineup. Bang. See? Now we got another level in here. So we're going to have to do that tomorrow. And like I said, I'm going to do this live. So we're going to do some more live trading tomorrow. I'll do some live banking. But yeah, so like, subscribe, go back and watch the live. See, if you missed anything today, see why you missed it. See how we knew it was going to go to where it went. And see how we continue to bank. So we're going to just keep it short, sweet today. Because like I said, we're at all-time highs. But yeah, today was a crazy day. But hopefully we do get a gap up. Close the gap, dip, buy. We have our dip levels, and like I said, we'll go over this live tomorrow. If we gap down, like I said, be careful for the other side as well, because we are super high up. So if we do close the upper gap and start to reject, watch for under 698. We fall back down to 698. Inside of this, 696. Like I said, we have our levels. Original all-time high, 696, all the way down to 695. Below that, you know what I'm saying? So below 694, now you got to be careful about real pullback zone. We pull back this far and start to consolidate, reject under here, watch for that fall back down. So yeah, be patient. Let's lock in. Let's make some money on. Like, subscribe, and let's get it.